Can I just say something that's gonna spark some problems? All right. So this is just fun, and this is this is controversial, but I'm curious to see your thoughts. Why only now are we thinking about changing the NBA logo to LeBron James, but it was never considered when it was Kobe, when it was Jordan, when it was anybody else in the mix? Why now?
What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Gear Up the Huddle. I'm Edwin, here with my brothers George, Angel, and Raul, and this is where sports meets real conversation. No hot takes just for clicks. We're talking real opinions, real debates, and everything happening across the sports world. Let's huddle up.
Yo, 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 what up, what up, what up? Welcome back to another episode, brand new week of the Gear Up, the Huddle. I'm one of your hosts, Raul, here with my brothers Angel, George, and Edwin. And we got a few topics we want to talk about. As you guys know, we get it on and popping. All right, so first topic I want to talk about with you guys, get your thoughts on the first three games in the finals. As we know, 2-1 Knicks. I had the Knicks sweeping, but they didn't end up getting the W last night. But what are you guys' thoughts between the first three games so far?
Man, listen, it's tough because last
Hey,
night.
don't be a Knicks fan right now.
Nah, I'm being a
Be a
realist. I'm being
sports
a
fan.
realist. I'm being a realist. Uh, it would have been nice to win. But in all reality, I'm happy we lost because now we get to humble ourselves and go back to the drawing board. We get that little chip off our shoulder in a sense where it's like, all right, people get superstitious, like, oh, am I going to be undefeated or whatnot? You lost, get back to the drawing board. Jalen Brunson, or just the Knicks in general, after a loss, they do pretty well. After a win, especially Brunson himself, averages like, 28, 29 after a loss. Very confident we're going to win tomorrow.
Okay.
For those, Trump is not going to be there. So everybody was like, Trump was a jinx. He's not going to be there. Um, but we gotta play smart.
Yeah,
Mikal
you
Bridges
think?
had 3 early fouls. Cat, you know, 11 points. Can't be doing that.
Yeah.
Uh, for me, it was Deuce McBride not really contributing. Shamit didn't contribute like that. It was literally Brunson and OG. We got to do better. Shout out Jordan Clarkson though, getting a couple buckets here and there, but we
Yeah,
got to do
but
better. And
inconsistency
the
from
refs,
Clarkson.
but that's another
We'll
topic.
talk about the rest in a little while. Let's just keep it in between the first three games. Y'all think Trump paid for those tickets? I don't know. For a second, I didn't see Fat Joe sitting in his seat, right? And I'm like, damn, that's crazy.
No, he
Like,
was next to Khaled.
no, I know, but I know I saw him sitting next to Cali, but at one point I didn't see him there, and I started thinking, like, wait, so this motherfucker probably gets free tickets, right? And now that it's the final, and them shit's called Titillos, he ain't there, he ain't got the ticket. But then I saw him, I'm like, Fat Joe's he a real Knicks fan. All right, hey, what's your take on the first three
Um,
games?
my unbiased thoughts on
Please,
these first three
please
games.
share that one.
Number one, I love good basketball. I
Mm-hmm.
love good basketball. It's the same thing that I mentioned when the Spurs were playing OKC. I love the game so much that I just love watching good basketball. I love watching the intricacies of the game. I love watching the X's and O's, like the psychological aspect of the game, the ability to impose your will on someone else who's trying to take something from you.
Right.
And can I say, man, like these three games, they've been good. They've been really good. It's been good basketball. Like anything else in life, it's had its moments, depending on what side you're rooting on, you know, obviously, you know where I stand, just being a Knicks fan. But I called it from the beginning, man. I said Knicks in six, man. I always thought this was gonna be a fight. I always, you know, I always felt as if at some point, right, San Antonio was gonna settle down. I felt like they were gonna settle down because even from what they said in their pressers, they were on that high horse, off of beating OKC, which I felt was like a real big stepping stone for them. You know what I'm saying? But I also feel like at some point, and I feel like they showed their inexperience these first two games, but they settled down. But I also feel as if, if history has taught us anything, I think their inexperience is gonna probably get them at some point again. They're still a little bit careless with the basketball, but on the other side, I mean, the Knicks have 4 turnovers to start the game.
Bro, I thought
And they were careless.
I said it in the chat. This shit is scripted. Knicks is just throwing the ball
And
away.
they were
What's going
were
on?
careless, with the basketball.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but I feel like it's gonna come down to inexperience and experience. And just as someone who's played the game, loved the game, I feel like experience is gonna show up, and experience is gonna be poised and take control when it's time to. And I feel like it may be a small margin, but inexperience is gonna show as well too. But overall, I'm expecting another good couple of basketball games. Like I want to see it, and this is what I've always wanted as a basketball fan, to see basketball at its highest point at the most important games when everybody's healthy. I don't want no, this guy's hurt, that guy's
Well,
hurt.
this is
No, I want
why.
to see.
Yeah.
Give me your 5. Give me your top 5 that's healthy. Here's my 5 that's healthy. Let's hoop. Let's see what's up. Toss it up and let's hoop. And I love that we're getting that right now. So, you know, unbiasedly, yeah.
Okay.
So that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at with this series, man.
I just noticed he wrote
Jorge?
Angels before.
Somebody's gonna have to check the receipts on these episodes, guys. Somebody. We can say
Word,
4, then
word.
6, then Spurs, and you just
I don't
said
remember
6.
Ace saying
Angel did
6.
say
Hold on,
6. I said Knicks in
hold on.
5. Angel said
who
6.
remembers?
I said
Who
4.
remembers?
I said
Who
6.
remembers last episode? Angel's
Yeah,
name
his name
was
his
Knicks in
name,
4.
yeah.
This
It
guy,
did
And
say
Raul.
Knicks in 4.
that boy
Yeah, I
changed it
did
up.
say Knicks in 4. I said that.
Who wrote Knicks in 4? I don't even know how to change my name
You
on
were a
this thing.
little. You were a little.
Estaba
Probably.
tomando. Yes. All
My
right.
man
So
You
was
look,
would be
here.
so
too.
look.
Shit,
My
Hey, don't hold me to what I say when I got a few in me, though. I be lying like a motherfucker.
so
When
my
a Henny and a sister.
my opinion, my biased and unbiased, right? I'm gonna give you both. As a Heat fan, it was a nice day to see that yesterday. As a sports fan, bro, I knew it just because it had to be. And this goes back to what we talked about the other day about who can be the face. Who could be the face of the league? The Garden is like a pressure cooker for greatness, so somebody's got to step up. And if he's going to be the face, yesterday was the test, and I think he stepped up to it, right? 32, 8, and 6, if I'm not mistaken. And he's not a passer like that. He got 6 assists at 7'4" is pretty crazy. I also saw a clip earlier that was probably one of the best looking defensive sets I've seen as far as like rotation. The way that they played yesterday is exactly how if they play that way for 4 more games or 5, whatever it is, they win.
It's
They
tough.
win. They win.
They have Wemby roaming.
Bro, and when
The whole
when they
game?
had there was a play, and I don't remember exactly who had the ball, but as soon as he drove into the middle, he swung it to the corner, swung it to the wing, swung it to the top, swung it to the opposite corner. Wemby contests, Shamet goes for the layup soft. He should have used the rim, should have done something, and he sent it.
Yeah.
That was the defensive game changer that said, all right, cool, Spurs are winning. I already see the energy. I see how connected they are on defense, the effort level. Like, it was just everything. I think also the New Yorkers got thugged. Like, simple. Like, all the Knicks, they got punked. They wanted to be physical, and then they were the ones complaining for the foul calls. They were the ones flopping. They were the ones over-dramatizing it to try to get a call. But to me, as a basketball fan, I love the refs actually just letting people play. I love the physicality.
Whoa.
I do
gotta
think,
go both ways.
hold up. I do think that they missed some calls. The push to Brunson's head is crazy. I couldn't believe that nobody saw that or chose not to call
No,
it.
and simultaneously, it was Cat
Nah.
got hit too.
But Cat
at
was
the
also
same time.
Cat was also throwing shots.
I'm good with that, Cat.
He's a big.
I'm good with that. I'm good
He's
with
a
Cat
big.
stuff.
I was focused
He's a
more on
big.
He's
Brunson.
6'10" or 7 feet, whatever Cat is, whatever they claim to be, right? Somewhere in that range. The guy guarding him is 6'7", 6'6".
Yeah,
Bro, come on. Like,
6'6".
I'm cool with you fighting through, being physical, giving the shorter guy the benefit of the doubt. Like, all good. I'm down with that. I'm not cool with. I mean, I saw Wemby toss Alvarado, and I saw right
Yeah.
that was crazy. And then I saw on
And
the
Brun
box out, and then I saw this shot to the back of the head. I'm not cool with that.
And then he
But
smirked
then he
too after.
smirked like he's untouchable. And when I saw that, I said, I got it. I understand. And this is part of what I'm saying about making him the face. And so we have to remember that, yes, this is a game. And I'm loving the physicality because it's reminding me of the basketball that I love to watch and play. But I also understand there's a business here, and I can see an agenda slightly being advocated for little by
for the
little.
France, the guy from France.
But you can only do so much, right? Like the way I see it is the refs, you can only blame the refs if it's close. Because they can't affect the 40-point blowout. It just is. But you leave it close, yeah, I can make some calls that go the other way and this and that. So
I mean, but it's close
argumentative.
enough.
It was close enough.
It's close enough when you have a 24 to 8 free throw
In the second half.
discrepancy in the second half.
Yeah.
In the second
So you're talking
half.
about out of all those play, and again, if we're allowing this type of physical basketball to take place, I'm good for it. I love it. I enjoy it, right? But let's call a spade a spade.
I will say,
If
I
it's-
hate
if
this
it's to be
challenging
fair,
shit.
Because are you talking about dudes only got fouled 4 times
That says a lot.
in the entire second half?
half.
To the point where your team, like, bro, I've gotten close to getting kicked out of games for my high school players because of discrepancies like that. Which again, it makes you question the integrity of the game. And in bringing up the other instances with Wemby, in bringing up what he did, because me and Ed were just talking about this before we got on. Like, if Jose Alvarado wasn't Jose Alvarado and it was Brunson or it was OG, like that should have been called in game 2 as well, too. That push on Alvarado.
So I did see they
But
don't
then it's
want to
like-
give
but
a
then-
flagrant because if he gets a flagrant, he's suspended.
But
But that's not.
not
So are
this-
we calling
what?
the
Yeah,
game?
no,
you
so
gotta call.
is
You gotta call the
So is
game.
the
Yep.
game being called? So is the game being called in his favor, right? Because think about it like this, bro. Think about it like this. We all saw what Ron Artest did to James Harden,
Facts. Yep. My man cocked back.
right?
Pause. And
Why didn't he
boom.
get? And what did Wemby do to Nas Reed?
Nasty.
the same
Same
worse.
exact thing.
Worse, in my opinion.
Worse.
Yeah.
I mean, but then again, right, business-wise.
Let that have been Draymond.
Business.
Let that have been Draymond. Draymond
But look,
was suspended.
But listen to what you just
So-
said. If it was Draymond.
So now are we prioritizing?
Go ahead.
So, but I hear you. But now, in my opinion, right, as someone who's played the game, and maybe you guys will agree, one of the jobs of an official, not only is it to officiate the game and make sure that the rules and regulations of the game are followed by the players and coaches and audience and people in the stands, whatever the case is, right? But I think one of the biggest priorities you have as an official is safety.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is why, like me personally, coaching kids from 8 years old all the way up to high school varsity athletes, right? I get into so much shit with referees because your job not only is it to call the game fair, but above all, the ball stops bouncing for all of us. You gotta call the game so that the people who are playing it are safe.
Yeah.
Not for nothing. 6 inches, a couple inches higher on that Nas Reed joint. That's a 200 plus 300. Like he's skinny, but it don't take that much power to knock somebody out. You hit him right in the temple,
Mhm.
right? You hit Alvarado and Brunson, who a foot and a half smaller than you. You catch him right in the back of that brainstem. What's happening?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So
I think it's a tough
what does
place
it
to
have
have
to
that
take for the
conversation and then be
NBA?
like, damn, I like the 90s basketball. Because the things that we saw back in the day are much tougher and much harder and much more physical and much more
of
egregious.
course, listen, I'm
But
good.
it
now.
was going both
I'm
ways,
good
though.
with
But
it.
it was going also both ways.
It does, but this is why it has to be fair because
Yeah.
you also have a right to protect the players on the other side as well too.
Of
Like, not
course.
for nothing, there's little nuances within the game that you do. Like me being a guard, you crazy. I'm going off around the screen. I'm tugging the back of somebody's jersey. I'm doing all this shit. I'm on the free throw line with a big George next to me. I'm holding his kneecap. I'm all that shit.
Holding the
That's part of
shorts.
the game.
But this
yeah,
is why
part of
don't
the
you?
game.
Hey, why don't basketball players like playing basketball with football players? Because they don't know how to foul
Mm-hmm.
and they hurt you.
Mm.
They don't know how to foul. So when you're playing with somebody that doesn't know how to foul, they're gonna injure you. So what is it gonna take? Is it gonna take for somebody to get is the NBA in such a point where they're so hungry and desperate to expand the game globally to find the new quote unquote face of the NBA that they are willing to jeopardize the health and safety of their players?
That's what it looks like.
To be honest, bro,
That's
I
what
don't.
it looks
Again,
like.
I
I'll
just
tell you
don't.
this.
I just
I'll
don't.
tell you this. If they tie it up and he does some shit like that, he's gonna get suspended. He'll miss the next game.
So what happens?
If
So
it's
what
tied
happens
up. If
tonight?
it's tied up.
So what happens tonight? Because the VP of officiating and all that was on ESPN, McCutcheon. He was talking earlier, and they're reviewing to possibly upgrade the foul to a flagrant 3. I'm sorry, a flagrant, which would give him 3 for the playoffs. So one more, he's suspended for one game.
Yeah.
Like,
They're gonna have to at one point because it's just like there's too much
It's
shit
too
that's
much,
going on.
bro. Because
Like
if
you're gonna
it-
have to send a message where
What- what-
that's
yeah,
somebody
what
in the Spurs
happens-
have to tell them.
What?
Right. What
which-
happens if one of the Knicks players do it?
Hold up, which
retaliate?
foul are they
It's too-
talking
it's
about
too
upgrading?
much.
Diawara, Sochan, somebody needs to go in there, commit a hard foul, let them know, like, yo, you ain't doing that
Well,
shit
hold
again.
up. All right.
Alvarado said it too. Alvarado's like, that's the last one he's gonna do.
That's a whole different ball game, bro, because that speaks to the softness of their bench, right? Or their coach. I would have sent it if I'm the Heat. Bro, I'm putting in Haslam. We're throwing a bow. Do you remember the game that
right away.
we put in?
Right
the Heat,
away.
The Heat put in Haslam.
Indiana and Miami. What happened with Dwayne Wade got hit in the face?
Bro, he
That
was within 3 seconds. I remember a game. I think it was against the. I don't know if it was when he was in the Lakers or with Orlando. Dwight Howard. We put in Haslam. Within 3 seconds, Haslam was ejected. 3.
Yeah.
He threw Dwight Howard on the floor.
That
Yeah,
was
he threw
it. And
Dwight
then
Howard
he
on the
squared
floor.
up
Yeah.
at half court. And he's like, "What's up?" Like you have to at some point put in your enforcer who you.
You got to set the
And that's
tone.
it. So why
Shit,
the
sign
gotta
me up
set
for a
the
one-day
tone.
Oh, the
contract.
Knicks,
So
the Knicks
why-
ain't got nobody like that right now,
They don't
bro.
have anybody who has nuts.
They do.
Nobody who has balls.
Nah.
Mike Brown's a good
the
guy.
only one that I can think that can do something like that is Jose Alvarado, but he don't even get enough minutes.
Nah,
But
you
he-
gotta
He's a
set-
team. He's
An
important to that
enforcer,
team.
an enforcer's got to be a big. You got to send a big in there.
Gotta
you gotta
be
send
OG.
Corey in there.
Porty.
Get a foul. You gotta send a big.
The problem is you got to send a big and you got to send somebody expendable because you can't send
Mhm.
somebody who's just a
Porty.
dog. You got to send somebody who just you don't care to lose. But
no,
that message
you
will
send
be
in Muhammad Diawara. He's not playing anyway.
Diawara, yeah.
Get a foul. Get a
Mhm.
foul. But you got to set the tone. And listen,
Or
again,
and the
Sochan.
Spurs did it.
I'm-
The Spurs did it before game 1. Bismack Biyombo. Right?
yeah, and
Came
Plumlee,
And Plumlee.
Came
and
in.
Plumlee,
Two
Yep.
back-to-back on
and
McCain.
Plumlee came in.
Yeah, against McCain. And so, like, you got to
Yeah.
have that toughness, but you also got to have the general to send those troops to do it. And I don't think he's got it in
To
him,
make
bro.
that
I don't
command.
think he's got it in him. I think he's a nice guy.
Mike Brown's a good guy.
I think he's a
man.
nice guy.
Mike is a very nice.
He doesn't
Mike is
complain.
Mike
He even sprints with his
Mike
players.
is one of the. He reminds me of like my kids that I coach now, and I love them to death, But I tell them all the time, like you guys are a really nice group of guys. Like, I need some motherfuckers, bro. Like every team needs a motherfucker, but you guys are really nice kids.
PJ Tucker would have been great last year on this team this year.
Ooh.
He
Oh,
definitely would have been that person.
Immediately, whoop, whoop.
You don't even
Get
gotta
in there.
tell. You don't even gotta tell him.
He would have already done it.
Well, your boy, James Johnson,
Same.
It's another
Black
one.
belt. But I'll tell you this, guys. I don't think,
Yeah.
You know,
going back to
You
that
don't
point
gotta
that
tell
you said,
those
Angel,
dudes.
I don't think this part with the referees has to do with the global face. I think it has to do with money now. If he gets suspended 1 game, what do you think that
well, that's what the.
But what do you
well,
think
George,
that
but that's what the
viewership-
global market represents.
No, but you're thinking past the season, European basketball, what happens? I'm thinking how much money is lost in ticket sales,
If Wemby's
in
out,
so
if Wemby's
much.
out.
If Wemby's out, who's going to that game? Are the tickets as expensive at the Garden as they would if he's playing? Probably not. Or, like, what is the
Oh, Joe.
yeah, but for
I
this
think
series,
on the,
it'll
New,
still
on
be the
the New
same.
York side, hell, yeah, it's 53 years.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
For the Spurs, no.
I'm just saying, maybe
Yeah.
maybe not for the
In
Spurs.
San Antonio, that may not. In
And
the
just-
two
and
markets,
even then,
that may be a different.
Now forget the 2 markets. How about the other states involved? Are they plugging in? Do they want to see this? Oh, okay, cool. So it's the bench without Wemby, the star that I really want to see. Even the Euro guys. I'm not watching this game because my guy's not playing. Cool. Viewership tanks.
But that's his fault.
It is.
You got to learn.
But it's business. This is true.
Mhm.
No, I get
This
it.
is
I get
billions of dollars on the line. So to say, you know what, he's going to be at. Plus, as a basketball fan, do you really want to say that, hey, we won the chip and there's an asterisk on it because Wemby didn't play in the game that's pivotal? I wouldn't want that. Let him play.
I agree. That's why I wasn't mad.
Let him play.
So does the asterisk fall the same for a team like Golden State when Draymond got suspended?
He's not Wemby.
I'm not saying that he's Wemby. I'm
was a
saying
key
the
piece of that
value
team,
that he
though.
possesses on the court.
Also has a reputation.
I mean,
He also has a
bro, this
reputation.
to me, it's a whole different
I
ballgame. You're
hear
talking
you.
about a role player who's a star in his role, and you're talking about a perennial superstar that's going to come around every 50 years.
Does Golden State win that chip if Draymond's not suspended?
You know what I got to say, right?
Yeah.
If my aunt had
if
balls,
my aunt has nuts to be my
you know what I'm
uncle.
saying, bro? I don't know.
Another
Weeks in
episode
a row,
saying
ladies
it.
and gentlemen. 5
I
weeks.
can't answer you, but I could tell you that you have an argument that they could not have. I'll give you that, or I'm sorry, that they would have.
Listen, I just think when you get to the point, bro, where you get to a point where money, right? And we already know this is the root of all evil. Money makes the world go around.
And that's the same.
Right? But this is the game we loved since we were little kids. This is the game that we love now as grown men that brought us all together. Like this is the game, bro. And you always want the game to be called fair. And I'm calling for the game to be called fair on both sides because the Knicks, they've been fucking them up too. Make that call. I'm good, bro. But some of these calls that have been happening, some of these non-calls that have been happening. So please, and I really want to hear from all three of y'all on this. Why didn't we get the technical foul when Dylan Harper walked on the court?
Facts.
And they had six
players
on the court.
6 players on the court. Yep.
Yep.
And instead, Mark Davis gave him the ball and said,
George.
redo.
That's right.
And said redo and took Dylan Harper back and sent him back to the bench.
Mm-hmm. That should have been
and
technical
no
foul.
technical foul.
Definitely a technical foul.
Hold up. To be honest, I don't even know what you're talking about. I must have missed this. I got a baby, bro. But are you talking about the part where they were trying to get a sub in to see if they could get extra time to do a challenge?
They were trying to get a sub in.
I mean, that's the move, though. Get a sub. You give me an extra 10 seconds. We got to walk to the table.
The ball was in bounds.
But the
ball was in, and Dylan Harper walked on the court. Just walked on the court.
My man walked on the court like he was a fan.
The ball was in play. The Knicks already had the ball in their hands. So when things like this, when things like that, look, some calls are going to be made, some calls are not going to be made. It happened in game 2. You got to blow the whistle when Fox picks up the ball. Now he's tangled up with somebody, spins around. He picks up his dribble. He gets tangled up, looks at the ref. Ref doesn't call nothing.
He kept dribbling.
Puts the ball back down and then scores. You got to call something.
But see, look, I think this is...
You got to call...
Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is where it all starts. Having challenges in the NBA is a problem, not a solution. Here's why. Our game that we know and love has to have human error in the referees, and it has to. Here's why. When you get so technical, my brother, you will notice that now everything is under scrutiny. So every loose ball, every this, every that, it is ridiculous. It is nonsensical. I think it is absolute trash. What I can do is the ball went out, but I can challenge the fact that before the ball went out, I was held, which is why I couldn't get the ball. And now you can get to go back in time with the time machine, change the call and change the situation of the game, change the momentum, change everything. I think the challenge has hurt our game. It has not helped us. Yes, it is more accurate now, but the flow of the game is shit. The flow of the game is not the way it used to be. The trust in the officials is not the same. So now you question everything, and now all the players
and then themselves, themselves, referees themselves feel some sort of way about it too. And they themselves feel some sort of way about it too.
If they do call it or they don't, they swallow the whistle or they use it. They're under scrutiny. There's an investigation. Now we got to find them. Now they're under the gun, bro. Like it's a tough scenario. Now everybody's under the wire, and damned if I do, damned if I don't. And to me, that sucks. So if it was me,
right,
watch that shit.
Even go back to now, don't mean to change the sport, but we've seen. I don't know. You guys might not follow baseball as much, but in
Yeah, with the
baseball,
ABS system.
bro, we seeing how horrible the umpires are. Like it's crazy. But just imagine how these umps feel because of this new system.
And
these
So you
challenges.
question him?
And that
Yeah.
sport
You're questioning
specifically, umpires are going to be obsolete within 3 years. Watch.
Oh
What do I need them for?
It's already doing, the for a fact.
Yeah, bro. By the way, my hairline looks
And not to mention,
incredible right
now
now.
you're looking at, let's switch it to baseball. Look at the skill set of a catcher. When a catcher catches the ball, immediately he relocates quick, right?
The framing.
Mhm.
Now it doesn't matter. It's a skill that I don't have to work on because the computer's going to catch it regardless. So I might as well not waste my time bullshitting.
Yep.
It changes the game
So-
completely.
So do we? Because I understand flow.
I give
I
you one.
understand
One.
the skill set.
One within the
Do
last
we
2
not-
minutes.
Do we want the game? Do we want, in order to preserve the integrity of the game, do we want the right calls being made?
Of course.
Not at the sacrifice of the
Whoa,
game.
whoa. Not if it's sacri- Yeah, I
But
agree
there's
with
people
that. Yeah.
Y'all remember?
It-
Y'all remember that commercial where the kid, it was, I think it was like one of those cigarette commercials where the kid, like it was a basketball team playing and he hit it out of bounds and the ref gave the ball back to him and then he went to his bench and he was like, "Coach,
Yeah.
it was me." Man, I'll fuck
That was
my
Chris
teammate
Paul's,
up, dog. Man,
that was Chris Paul's brother.
That's funny. I remember that shit.
Who?
That was Chris Paul's brother.
Catch line.
Man, fuck him too,
Integrity
dog.
is key. Integrity is
Gotta
key.
pay the bills. I gotta pay the bills.
It was Chris Paul's brother. But really quick, speaking on the refs, right?
When
Did
you're
you
in
notice
DR,
that
guys,
play?
water. Voila.
Did you notice that play when Brunson, they called a reckless
Yes.
Close out.
Yes.
the reckless closeout, and they gave him the technical.
I agree with
But then later on, Wemby does the same thing to Josh Hart, and nothing was called. There was a 3 that Josh Hart hit, and if you look, I'm gonna send you the clip. Wemby's foot, like, prevents Josh Hart from landing, but they didn't call anything, and that's why Josh Hart, he's like staring at Wemby, like, oh, like, I get what you said, like, it has to go both ways. Like, I know we're not gonna get every single call, but it's just like if you're gonna call, because Mike Brown even said it at one point. He's like, how is that call over there a foul,
Oh.
but then on the other side it's
I did see
travel?
that. And the
And
ref,
the ref's like, oh shit, you're
and
right.
the ref said you're right. Yeah, he admitted it. I mean, bro, but again,
He admitted that.
human error. But like, I think it's ridiculous that coaches are using these challenges in the first. I've seen it in the first minute of the game. I'm like, yo, just let the ball
It's stupid.
rock.
It's stupid.
That's what I
It's
mean, though. Like,
stupid.
this should
It's
be
stupid.
you have
Now,
one per
listen, when
game
you're
in
getting
pivotal
into that
moments.
fourth
That's it.
quarter, when you're getting into that fourth quarter, 2 minutes left. I mean, everything under 2 minutes is already reviewed, whatever. But it's just like once you're getting in the later, like I've never understood the whole aspect of wasting a challenge in the first half of a
And
game. It just doesn't
potentially
make
a
any
timeout.
sense.
Doesn't make any sense.
And potentially losing a time for no reason, But listen, I just think that overall, I think we all want the same things. I think we want the game to be called fair on both sides, because what we want more than anything, what we want is to enjoy good basketball. I don't want no excuses. I don't want that because then it becomes it takes away from the game, man. And what we're witnessing right now, you on one hand, you have a bright, young, and up and coming team who's gonna give the league hell for the next 7, 8, 9, 10 years if everybody's healthy and they re-sign everybody. Like the San Antonio Spurs is a threat that's not going away at all. On the other hand, you have a team in quote unquote the mecca of basketball who hasn't won a championship since the 70s, and they finally, after going through years of struggling and like I saw
Yep.
yesterday, 398 players since the championship,
25
24 coaches.
Yep.
Like it's been a lot. So you have 2 really great stories in their own right that I feel like just give us good basketball to watch. Like the guys are out there, they're gonna play it however they play it, good, clean, dirty, whatever it is. You know what I mean? But it's also, the officiating aspect of it, allowing us as spectators to watch good quality basketball.
Right. I agree.
So and most importantly, to not make us question
The game.
what's the motive, man? Like, don't make me not the game that I love, bro. Like we already, like Tim Donahue already did this. Like we know the mafia, they was betting on like we know this,
Yeah.
but it's like out of sight, out of
Yeah.
mind. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
It
don't do me like this in front of I'm seeing
yeah.
it. Don't
They're
do me
making him
like that.
obvious now.
Yeah. All right. So
With that being said, guys, go Spurs. Go ahead, Raul.
the
Yeah, I
next
noticed your name
topic,
change, man. I noticed your name change.
freaking Cuban. Listen, the only the other topic was reps, which we kind of just went into it automatically because the reps have been doing, not so great of a job, but it is what it is. So moving along. So I want to bring some awareness to this whole shenanigans that's happening in the streets of New York, man. Listen, I'm a New Yorker and I am disappointed of the shit that I've seen New Yorkers do to these Spurs fans with Spurs jerseys. And it's like dudes getting beat up, nosebleeds, take your jersey off, burning it. Like, come on, guys, New York, we gotta be better than this, bro. Like I'm a New Yorker. I was born in New York. I'm from the boogie down Bronx. And I don't want that to represent where I'm from. I just don't agree with it at all. It's not cool what New Yorkers are doing. You can be a fan, love being a fan, root for the Knicks, hate the other team, but once you start jumping people and touching people and ripping jerseys off of people's backs, that's not cool, man. Like not at all.
Yeah.
And I'm like the first video I saw today, I was like disappointed. Like you don't understand, the disappointment was crazy. Not just because I'm from New York, but even like, bro, this is another human who's just rooting for another team.
And it's not
Like,
even a
what
rival.
the fuck?
And it's not even a rival.
Exactly. Like, what the fuck? Like, come on, guys, we got to do better than that, man. So I wanted to bring some awareness around that, how disappointed I am with New Yorkers and how they're fucking acting, right? And I don't know if you guys will also want to share something along those lines. Edwin and Angel are from New York. George just went to school for New York for about 4 years. So, but
I mean, I saw the video, and I'll be honest, I was talking in my group chat. Like, it's just people looking for 15 seconds of fame. Like, these are people, you could tell some of these kids aren't even like fans. Like, a lot of the people that are like on these clips, like, I'm watching it, they're streamers. It's just people that they're not fans. They're not fans of basketball. They're just trying to get the little viral moment. It is disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, I saw the dude,
still from New York. Still from New
no,
York.
I
at
get
the
it.
end
No,
of
I'm
the
just
day.
saying, but it's just me personally, I feel like it doesn't represent the actual fans of New York. It's just, kids, because I'm looking at the video. I'm like, these are a bunch of kids just trying to get the 15 seconds. I didn't like it at all because it's just like, yo, this is a guy just walking, he has a jersey on. Like, so you telling me I can't go to a stadium wearing a jersey, rooting for the team that I like? Like now my safety's in there. Like my safety's at jeopardy. No, I'm good. Like,
And
I didn't like
just imagine that guy comes back and starts shooting everybody. Then what?
Then
And then he's
like,
at
yeah.
fault, right?
Right?
No.
Then here's his
It's
fault.
just very it's very unfortunate. It's very distasteful, and I feel like it like anything else in life, bro, all it takes is a few bad apples to ruin the batch. You know what I'm saying? And that's what, I know last week, we were talking about it a little bit and I spoke about just on like the hate that New Yorkers get, that the Knicks get, but it's because of things like this.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's because of things like this, you get to a point where and again, what I find it even more disheartening, right, is a lot of kids, bro.
That's our
Like it's a
youth.
lot of
Not
That's
kids.
even
our youth.
adults, as kids, yeah.
It's a lot of kids, bro. Like not for nothing. Like I'm watching these videos and like I got kids that are almost that age, bro. That
Doing
are
it.
that age.
That are that age.
You know what I'm saying? That are doing that. You know what I mean? And it's just like, and again, like you see, because obviously me being from the town, like I seen my homies having watch parties on the block, like I other places and people where I know in Harlem. Everybody's chilling, everybody's cooling, but it goes back to a very strong point that Edwin made, man. Like attention is a drug, bro. And everybody wants it. Nobody wants to work and grind for their shit no more, man. They want how fast can I get 1 million views? You know what I mean? And they're willing to do anything to get that, which includes jeopardizing their freedom or jeopardizing and putting somebody else, safety at risk when with all seriousness, it's not that deep.
It's not that
And you
deep.
know, and I had a feeling it was turning bad after last year. Y'all remember when they threw the garbage bag at the
Yeah.
kid
Indiana,
for
the
wearing
Pacers, the Pacers
for
jersey.
wearing the Tyrese jersey? You know what I mean? And it's just like that's to me, that's corny, that's lame. Cause like not for nothing, bro. I'm a Knicks fan. You know, when I go to Heat games down here, bro, and I go with my son or I go with my family, I'm nicked out. And if somebody's doing some like it's you gonna read about them in the paper. Like
But that doesn't
and it is
happen.
what
But it doesn't happen
but
anywhere else.
it doesn't happen anywhere else. You know what I mean? And that's just and I just think that you know much deeper analysis and conversation, bro. But like especially our New York City youth, bro. Like they cook, bro.
Mm.
Like these kids have lost all sense of respect and morality. You know what I mean? Like at least for us growing up in the city, bro. Like I would see an old lady down the street carrying groceries.
You
As
go help
bad as
her.
a little kid as I was, bro,
You
I'm
go help
helping her.
her.
I'm helping her. You know what I'm saying? But like these kids, bro, like they done lost their morals, bro. They done lost their marbles, these little niggas, and it's crazy and it's really sad and unfortunate to see that.
Mhm.
And like anything else, bro, it's gonna take something real tragic to happen
To end it.
I agree.
for this shit to be completely taken away, and to tell you that if that moment comes, which I'm praying to God and I'm hoping that it doesn't, you know, because I know like I got family in NYPD. Well, I know like we're all like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to see
My brother,
that
yeah.
go that route either. You know what I mean? But
Brother
it's
in law
just
too.
like, you know, like you cross a certain line, bro. Like you punch somebody in the face. You can't get mad when they turn around and
And do something back.
hit you back. Like, how dare you? Or how dare you? Just enjoy it, man. Enjoy the fact that we're here. You know, enjoy it with your friends, with your family. And if you a real fan, you're not even really partaking in shit like that, bro. Like
Nah, you're
you
not. You're
just
just not.
enjoying
That's
it.
not.
You're just
That,
enjoying the
You know
experience.
that's not. I've never seen that shit growing up,
the
bro. I've
worst
never
part
seen that
I've
growing up.
never
the worst part about this whole thing to me is that people have lost sight, right? And I'll say in New York because that's where the current problem is. I do believe this happens in every town, in every city. I just think it's so minuscule and minor, and it doesn't really happen so often. So you don't see it, you don't read about it, and if it does, it's on like here in Miami, it's on only a day people find out, right? But it's gonna be something petty. You're not gonna see almost a riot, 100 on one guy, basically just curb
like
stomping this
every
guy, right?
time.
And so what I think it comes down to, ultimately, is shitty parenting, right? It's shitty parenting and bad up. Like you were raised
Facts.
completely incorrectly, and that's that's the common trend in the world these days. Parents are soft, and they haven't taught their kids how to have respect, and respect is completely gone. And that's just a whole different topic, right? That has nothing to do with sports, but just life. The other thing that I think is the real main issue is that we have completely lost sight of the fact that this Wemby said this is a game. This is a game. We get to play this game that we love for money, and people get to watch us play the game that we love for money. But to incite violence, to have a hatred, to get to the point where you're physically assaulting somebody, and you could have hurt somebody. We said it before: the wrong elbow to the wrong place in the back of the head. You never know, bro. If he would have just fallen, cracked his head, he dies. He doesn't go home to his wife, his kids, his dog, whoever it is.
It's over.
His family's
It's over.
forever suffering. Your family's forever suffering. They're all guilty of something. For what? For fame? For fortune? For fun? Because it was cool? Because you're a follower and you couldn't have your own balls to say, you know what, I'm going to protect this guy and stand in the way because it's the right thing to do. Instead, I'm going to jump on him because it's the cool thing to do. It's just a problem that people have lost sight of who they are, of what this is, that it is a game. And that is what this is at the end of the day. It is not to be taken. On the flip side, sports, at least basketball, it is a brotherhood. It is not war. It is war on the court, but these guys
Yeah.
are great friends. Some of them are
Outside those
some of them are
lines.
family, godfathers and godparents of kids and this and that, wedding marriages to different people. Like, bro, the NBA is intertwined. It's a massive brotherhood. And when you realize that none of the players, for the most part, right, small percentage probably do, but for the most part, it's a brotherhood that everybody loves and respects each other. The fans should act the same way and celebrate that rather than letting it separate us. And it's the saddest thing in the world to see the fans of the game that we love become the pieces of shit that destroy it.
Yeah. And it's crazy, bro, because you go to any court here down in Florida, back home when I was hooping in the city, bro. I'm on the court. I'm on a court with a black dude, white dude, Asian dude, Muslim dude. We hooping. Everybody cool, good game, man. Good, because that's what basketball's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? I got relationships to this day from the game that I started playing when I was 4 years old, and with all types of people. You know what I mean? And it's just, again, it's lack of better terms, bro. It's lack of leadership, man. We don't have enough leaders within our
Community,
youth,
yeah.
within our young men that are willing to, with and do better. Just willing to do better.
Right. Have some type of shit. I don't even want to mention it, but hey, Donald Trump, how about you tweet about this, right? And shine some light, some awareness on what's going on.
I mean, he was sleeping in the press box.
No, but
He
wouldn't.
hasn't woken
But
up
at the
yet.
end of the day, those people wouldn't want that to happen because remember, what they want is people to go against each other at the end of the day. So let's leave it there because we
But
ain't
you
a
know what?
we're not a politics.
It just sucks because here's what happens. Now I see that clip. I'm a Heat fan. I'm not wearing a New York jersey, not for nothing, never, ever, ever, ever. It's not happening. But I would also now never go to the Garden and take my wife and my daughter. I would never go there. I wouldn't feel safe doing so. So now it's like you're killing your own city and your own team because now other teams can't visit you to support and let it be that respectful camaraderie and that respectful game. And it can't be fun anymore. It's got to be war or not. And that sucks.
Yeah.
Right.
It fucked it
Even
up.
for the city of just of New York, it sucks because you miss out on fans coming to visit the Mecca because of stupidity and ignorance.
Yep, 100%.
So what's the next, Raul? Where are we at?
So, okay, some awareness for my.
I got some dark.
Come on, New York.
Let's light it up.
We gotta do better, New York. All right, this is not the New
Gotta do
York I
better.
grew up in. This is not the New York I know. We gotta do better. All right, so, so we have. So I think we covered it. George, you had asked about yesterday's game. Do we feel Wemby is an official star and can he handle the pressure being the face of the NBA? So do we think
I think this is a quick
Wemby is
combo.
that guy?
I think this is a quick combo. I think, in my opinion, yes, he's a star. Yes, he's a generational talent. I think he's showing still moments of inexperience where he gets to grow through that. Missed and rush shots, late turnovers, this and that. But can he handle the adversity? Can he handle the people talking? Can he handle the pressure of the Garden? I thought yes. And to be honest with you, and I know we talked about refs, and I don't want to go back to that. But he is basically held on every single play by one person or another. Whether it be a little rap here, rap there, a hold over the arm. And they're not calling a lot of it. They do call it, but not as much as it's happening. And he's still fighting through that. I think that's where the physicality of the Brunson and the Alvarado frustration comes into play. Right? I think that's where that comes from. I don't think he's just a bad guy. So I think he's handling pretty well. But are there moments of insecurity or immaturity in those two moments in the Naz Reid? I think so. And I think that's where he gets to grow. And that's the lesson he learns through this. But I can't see anybody else that would be the face other than him. I think he's the clear favorite.
You think he's a clear favorite?
I think
okay.
so. Moving forward, obviously, like you're talking about our generation gone, the Steph Currys, the KDs, the LeBrons. Passing the torch, I can't see somebody else who's more marketable, who's more dominant. I just don't see it. Above Shy.
Yeah, I mean, I think George hit it on the head as far as he's marketable. Do I want him to be the face of the league? No, that's my personal opinion. You gotta do his best for business, man. Right? Luka was supposed to be that face. SGA, all these players, like we mentioned earlier, are international. They're trying to expand. So, I mean, he's handled everything well so far. I don't like the dirtiness play. This is just me being a Knicks fan. I don't like his play, like the dirty. There's little things that he's 22 also. I gotta remember that. Like he's not a grown man. He's still a kid. He's 22.
Still a kid, bro.
So it's I mean, he's done everything properly thus far. LeBron, whenever he decides to leave, hopefully not too soon, but probably the next 3 or 4 years, like he's gonna pass the torch to him. Like it's inevitable. Like you already see everything, the way everything's lined up. Do I want him to be? No, but will he be? Most likely.
Well, and to piggyback on what you said about his age, what I've noticed is from these young players is like, yeah, they're professional athletes. Yeah, they get paid. Yeah, they're on TV. But bro, outside of basketball, they're literally kids. They're not grown up yet. They're just in the moment of playing the sport that they love since they were little. So now they're just on a professional level still doing that. But they're literally kids, bro. Like if you watch them out off the court, they're like kids. Like literally.
My man was drawing in one of these parks. He was drawing
Yeah,
a statue.
freaking
His
Miles,
family.
Miles Turner is building fucking Legos for like, like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Still a kid. You know why? I say, you know why? And not that there's anything wrong, but they don't get to enjoy or had enjoyed their youth because they're so focused on the sport that they love. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, there's no disconnecting from it, right?
Yeah.
Like you play, you have friends. You, for example, let's use a kid that didn't play sports, right? Didn't go to camp to play sports, like stood home, right? When you are an athlete, for example, for me, baseball, I went to camps and all of that. Like I didn't have DK. I'm gonna hang out on the street with the kids. I was playing baseball. Like that's what I did, right? That time came when I decided not to play baseball anymore, and it was like, this is what the fun part of being a kid is. So for these guys that are professional in any sport, bro, they really don't get to enjoy that childhood life because they're constantly just working on the craft, working on perfection, working on becoming a pro. So when they actually are adults, age-wise, as athletes, and we see them off the court, off the field, bro, they're like little kids. Even though they have a wife, they have kids of their own, they're little kids, bro. It's crazy. Wemby is literally a kid. We don't know. I mean, I haven't seen him off the court what he does, but I'm pretty sure he's just a little kid trying to have fun off the court.
That's
That's it.
monks. He's drawing in the park. Like,
Hey, look at that.
No.
Anthony,
But
well, Angel,
to answer your question, bro, I think two things, man. Number one, listen, it's from a business standpoint and you know the bright future that this young man has ahead of him, it's hard to not give it to him. You know what I mean? So I can see that happening within the next couple of years. But I also think two things. I think that the face of the league, and granted, I understand the business aspect of it and the globalization of the game. I think it should be an American player. It's an American game.
I agree.
Now, here's the
Is
tough
it
part.
though?
Listen to me though. I mean, it was created here. It's an American game.
San Antonio
Now-
was the one that opened the doors for all these international players.
But no, not even, not necessarily. Yes, they made it more popular, but Sabonis was playing before that. Tony Kukoc was playing before. Like
yeah.
it happened. It
But
was happening
San
before that.
Antonio was like the ones
But
to bring in the
Petrovic, like you
ones
had all
that
these guys,
won.
but
Like,
San Antonio was the
yeah.
one.
how was Sacramento
who started-
also?
But my thing is, right? But my thing is, I just like the United States basketball. United States hasn't produced an MVP of a league since 2017, since James Harden.
2018.
2018 with James Harden,
Mm-hmm.
right? And
Last American MVP.
I see someone who has all these qualities and is marketable, shoes sell exceptionally well, can be a real international star, but he just doesn't want it.
Anthony
it's
Edwards.
Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards, yep.
And before him,
Nah,
and
that's
before
who I
him was
want.
He
John
just-
Morant.
And this is Ja, yo, bro. My son, all he does is ask me for Ja Morant sneakers and Anthony Edwards sneakers, right? Like they have, you know,
It
whether it's the design, whether who they are as players, they have that it factor, but they don't want the keys to the kingdom.
And I could tell. And
So
it
so
goes
the
back
one,
to what
so
I
first,
said.
so
And it goes
so
back to
let
what I
me
said
get my
about being
second
kids.
point. So I think that number one, the face of the NBA, because look, like whether we want to, we can disagree on it for another hour if we want, right? But for the last X amount of years, the faces of the NBA, LeBron, Steph Curry, for the most part, American players, right? And most importantly, in my idea and how I see the game and how I view basketball, they're champions. It's very hard to give somebody the face of the NBA and they don't win championship. Cause, but and let me tell you why, George. And let me tell you
I
why.
agree with you. What I was gonna, I'm only gonna add a little caveat to it. You have two guys who,
I'm just because we have made championships.
I don't disagree. I don't
end
disagree.
all be all.
But I think something that you missed, and I'm only saying it because I think it's crucial, is that both guys no scandals. Neither guy, no scandals, professional family
right
man.
now. Because Drake might have some stuff on LeBron. Hopefully it doesn't come out.
Let it come out, right? Let it come out and let's see what happens. And, we'll talk about it then. But to be honest with you, it's two guys who have basically gone with pristine careers.
Guys.
And Anthony Edwards can't say that.
It's like Derek Jeter.
Part of his greatness is his greatness on and off the field.
Off the court.
And off the
it's
court.
Huge.
But I also
the Knicks
feel
lost
like
yesterday because he was there.
But I also feel like with guys like that, right? Especially them being like they're still relatively young, right? Obviously, Wemby being the youngest of them all, you know what I mean? I feel like America always loves a comeback story, right? And they always love that underdog story that, I had it, lost it, whatever, and I got it all back type of ordeal. Which is a feeling like we get from like movies that we love, like Remember the Titan, like the underdog, and all that, like things like that we love that sells exceptionally well. You know what I mean? So I feel like I think Anthony Edwards is gonna regret saying what he said.
I don't think. Listen, Anthony Edwards right now.
I think because you mature with age, bro. You're mature with age.
I get that, but this goes back to our
we don't think the same way now in our 30s and all. Like we don't think the same way we did when we were 25.
Absolutely, but this is why I'm saying, right?
Because opportunities like that are very seldom, bro.
If you look at Anthony Edwards, we all here seeing the starting five. He's in the first season, bro. He's a kid. He don't want that responsibility. The dude is a kid.
I don't think he wants.
And then you can't have
weight.
a kid representing the NBA, bro. You just can't. You can't. Wemby's still a kid, but Wemby is showing something and doing something that Anthony Edwards has not done yet. Which goes back to what you said about that champion, right? We don't know if Wemby's going to win the championship or not, but can he be the face of the league without winning a championship? Because of how dominant he is still, right? Where the NBA is trying to push to expand overseas, right? So Anthony.
So why not? So why not go? So why not go the Giannis route? He's a champion.
Giannis
international.
But Giannis is a unicorn. He's a star that doesn't want the spotlight. He's a star that doesn't want to be friends with other people. That's not marketable.
And he has also mentioned, look how he doesn't attack the tabloids, but look how he expresses himself. They don't want the NBA doesn't want somebody that's very outspoken. And Giannis,
so they want somebody that can control and keep under the thumb.
But then you wonder why Anthony Edwards doesn't want that, or John Morant didn't want that. Or to be honest with you, if you look back, it's really Zion Williamson, right? Like he was before them both.
Right. It was supposed to be him.
And my boy was loving that food in New Orleans, so it just didn't pan out, and he ended up
not only
having kids
food,
with impregnating strippers.
He was on Pornhub with the joints, bro.
The BBLs, man.
The Pornhub joints is crazy.
You know what, Angel? You brought something up, right? About an
underdog.
The Pornhub? No.
Next, Raul's gonna ask for a sponsorship.
Shout out to Pornhub, by the way. Shout out to Pornhub. Sponsor us.
Yo, shout out to Pornhub for the sponsorship.
If and maybe this is just me as a Knicks fan talking. You don't think Jalen Brunson could be?
Not maybe. It's you as a Knicks fan.
No,
like it's
you.
An underdog.
No,
somebody's doubting him.
No,
it's you.
If he wins the chip,
no.
He's not. I hate his interviews. I hate the way he answers questions.
He's not marketable, bro.
I love him as a basketball. I think he's a phenomenal basketball player. Sometimes I hate the way he talks.
You are better off.
Like with questions.
You're better off having Josh Hart than Jalen Brunson.
Seriously.
Because he's more marketable and he has better interviews.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
like his interview game is
But
not.
then again,
it kills
then
me.
again, I can't stand to hear Wemby on the mic. Then again, I cannot stand his interviews. He thinks as if he's the thinking man on the statue, bro. Like it takes forever.
Well,
He looks into
that's
space. He's like
culture. That's culture. That's culture.
between the culture and him computing English to French and this and that. And does he want to?
Yeah.
Does he want to say something
True.
incorrect? I just can't stand the way he interviews. So that's my only knock to him.
Well, listen, if at some point it ends up, let's say, okay, Wemby doesn't win the chip, the Knicks win the chip, and they still haven't initially said Wemby is the face. Let's just say it doesn't happen that way. Anthony Edwards still has an opportunity to still be that guy. I would love to see an American be the face.
Not with all that baby
of
mama
the
drama.
NBA.
He's the perfect one. Just
You also
You
can't.
know?
You also can't have the
off the
face
court
of the
activity.
NBA
I mean,
always
there's
on
so-
Twitter.
there's just
But
so
the
many
rant-
other like, and I hate, not that I hate, because I mean it is what it is. I just don't like that we dismiss certain guys off the rip. You know, like what's wrong with Jason Tatum?
There's nothing wrong with Jason Tatum.
People are gonna say that he's trying to be like Kobe so much. I thought he was up next. If I'm
What's
being
What's
honest.
wrong with Jason Tatum? 6'9", like he gold medal,
Nothing wrong with
NBA champion,
JB also.
Educated, speaks well, family man, no
educated,
scandals.
speaks
Agreed.
well,
Agreed.
light skin, good hair.
Agreed.
JB,
He's in every. He's on the chips. He's on the chips when I go to Walmart. He's
But you
on
know
it.
what he is?
JB too.
Oh,
JB
fine.
too.
You
Jaylen Brown.
guys all hooped. You remember? Do you know what a tweener is?
A tween.
A tweener. He's in between positions. He's not.
He's in between.
He's not the old generation. He's not the new school. He's in that subcategory.
He's
that
like right in between. He's like right
so he's
there,
overlooked.
bro.
But he
But
could be a good face of the NBA.
He's just. But how long can he be the face? How many years has he got? Fresh off an ACL. How many years does Jason Tatum play moving forward? I gotta be able to
How many
play.
seasons?
He came back.
Eight,
Listen,
right?
I'm gonna say something right now.
If-
For the amount of months he was out and coming back, he actually played pretty good.
You're not wrong. But
for
guess
coming
what?
back after 8 months.
He doesn't have 20 years potential like Wemby does.
So do you go?
You go with youth
with
and longevity.
Cooper Flag?
He was outplayed in his first year.
Cooper Flag is very American though. Like that's America.
That's
They
a good
don't
name to
get
bring up.
no more
They don't get
American,
more
than
American
Cooper
than
Flag.
Cooper Flag, bro. And he's in Dallas, Texas.
For now. For now.
In Texas.
For now.
And
But
he's
now
young.
so he's in Vegas.
What? He's 20.
Young,
Shit, that's,
20, yeah.
I didn't
20.
even think about that, but that's a good.
It's not a bad.
Bro, it doesn't get more American than Cooper Flag was like when this guy came into the NFL. What's his face? The quarterback from Miami, from Florida, from the Gators.
Tim Tebow?
Tebow, right? Tebow was like America when he came into football, like American. You know what I'm saying?
America.
That's like Aaron Judd being America, right? And the American team in baseball, which is New York Yankees, the better, baseball team. So, but you guys get my point, right?
Crazy.
Cooper Flag
He's
is
out 4 to
like,
6 months right now. I don't know if you heard about
yeah, I
that, right?
saw. They got a strain. Yeah, but they're still playing good. They
No, they're
won
playing good, but it's just like you got to make better decisions. You're diving when it's 7-0, and you now you hurt your ribs, and
My man is
Ow.
6'8". He shouldn't be diving. He's 6'8".
Guys, I'm gonna
He's
tell
too
you
big
right
for
now. I
that shit.
think
That's the
I
problem.
think we have to let this unfold to see what it is. I think we'll always see the agenda coming, and we'll be able to kind of decipher it. But I think we're still about a year out from really establishing the face, right? I think
Cooper Flag is
so.
an interesting name.
Cooper Flag could be it, bro. I like that.
it depends,
You brought
but that depends
name
on
up.
depends
Very
on year
interesting
2.
name.
Let's say the Knicks win the championship. Hurt coming out of my mouth, right? Let's say that happens. It's like vinegar, right?
Just practice it 'cause it's gonna
You
happen.
gonna, you gonna catch a blister.
Fast. So let's say that they win. Wemby's not a champion. Cooper Flag has a better year than Wemby next year. It's up for grabs. You just don't know it until you know it. And I think we haven't seen enough sample size long term to see it. I also think it depends on the next three games, right? What happens in the next 3-4 games?
So you're good. So you guys are good with the quote unquote face of the NBA not being a champion?
I'm not. I
Yeah,
feel like
bro.
Does it
that's-
have to be?
that's
Does it
criteria.
have to be current? Like he's so new. LeBron didn't win a championship until how many years in? But he was the face.
Yeah.
But
LeBron
but
became the
Those
face
circumstances were very different.
He was the
I
chosen
wouldn't
one.
say I wouldn't.
He was the chosen one.
Self
since he got
proclaimed.
drafted.
I understand what Sports Illustrated said. I understand, but he still came in a time when Kobe was the man.
Yeah,
right?
but that drifted
He,
already. As soon as he came
but
in, it already started becoming LeBron.
and hold up,
like,
yeah, and watch,
soon as he
watch.
came in.
Tell me I'm wrong. Right now we're saying, all right, Wemby's great. Right now, would you take Wemby over LeBron in his career right now?
Hell no.
Right now,
No,
this
I'm taking LeBron all day.
at 41 right now, or Wemby
Taking LeBron.
right now. It's
Taking
LeBron.
LeBron.
All day, it's not
25,
it's not
7,
close.
6. I'll take that.
LeBron.
So now,
Taking LeBron.
so this is the difference. When LeBron came in, he was clearly better than 99.9% of the league. When he came in,
2003.
first year, he was already better than 99% of the players.
Well, tell that to his former
He was
teammates.
the face of the NBA still in the high school picture in the Sport
Most of
Illustrated. He was already the
most
face
of the
the NBA.
guys that were with him on the Cavs, even when they went to the Eastern Conference Finals, most of them are either dead, in jail, or homeless. Hey, that team is crazy destructive. You could look back, you think I'm joking.
Hey, Delonte West is doing better though. If you haven't seen him,
he is getting better.
The dude is like he has a house, he has a girl.
The crazy thing is, you think I'm joking. I want you to look back at that roster. 15 men out of 15 guys. I'm telling you, 12 are about.
Yo, first of all, leave Donnie Marshall out of it. Leave Donnell Marshall. Leave Ilgauskas out of this. He out there.
Ilgauskas is raising whatever with Jokic, probably
smoking cigarettes. Like he's all right. Leave him alone, dog.
Bro, but think about it.
Larry Hughes on that team also?
Yep, Larry Hughes.
Leave Eric Snow alone.
Eric Snow.
Leave him alone,
all these guys are fresh out, bro. So like,
Bobby Gibson.
I think it sucks.
Bobby Gibson.
I think it's a testament to, like, yes, he's generational in his physique. Like, the way he's built just has never existed. But in reality, when LeBron came into the league, we were ready to give him the keys. Now we're saying that now our generation has to be out of the league in order to give this kid the keys, which means he shouldn't have the keys in the first place. You got to wait for people to be out to be the man.
I just think
Cooper Flag.
I just think again, even when he did come in early, like you had so many good basketball teams. Like you had there was hurdles that he once he started conquering those hurdles, I feel like that's when he got the quote unquote keys to the NBA.
So in 2000,
because at first it was just
2003.
He had it since he came in.
In 2003, tell me 5 players you would have chosen.
I hear the marketing. I hear. Trust. I'm a LeBron fan. I hear you, but I'm telling you what I saw, and I saw it. I saw this guy come in, right, and get the crown before he ever proved it. And I get it. He's my favorite player of all time, bro.
That's what we're saying.
There's a lot of good teams that he had to go through.
But there was
my point is he was given the keys without a chip.
But that's
similar
the problem.
Situation is what I mean.
You shouldn't be given the keys until you've won it. And until you proved yourself, you have done nothing.
All right, so Michael Jordan was the face of the NBA before he won or after?
I would say once he started winning.
Yeah.
I would say once he started winning.
The 80s,
he had
in the 80s he struggled.
Bro,
he was 1-9 in the 80s.
Jordan came in 85 or 84.
84,
right?
84.
84. My man became the face of the NBA once the ones dropped, which was literally the following year after that.
Bro, but what I'm telling you is
champion.
There was still a process he had to endure. He wasn't getting past Boston. He wasn't getting past Detroit. He wasn't.
I get it.
The Lakers, Showtime was still a thing.
Yeah, I get it. I'm not disagreeing with you. What I'm saying is that
all I'm saying is until he got once he got past those hurdles, it made him immortal. He had to get past the hurdles.
Can I just say something that's going to spark some problems? All right, so this is just fun, and this is controversial, but I'm curious to see your thoughts. Why only now are we thinking about changing the NBA logo to LeBron James, but it was never considered when it was Kobe, when it was Jordan, when it was anybody else in the mix? Why now?
I think they wanted to change the logo when Kobe died. They were considering
Kobe died, I remember them saying they wanted to change the logo.
But they only wanted to change it in remembrance of him, not because he was. Not because of.
It wasn't because of him. And number one, I think from a
LeBron
marketing
is still playing, and they're talking about it.
I think Jordan should have had, but I think the whole deal with Jordan and Nike, I think it kind of prevented the NBA from having Jordan as the logo of the NBA. I don't know if that would be the same with LeBron because LeBron with that dunk man pose, like That's killer. That is killer. You know what I mean? So, and I also think, and again, I just like, and it goes back to what we were talking about with Steph Curry and LeBron is the pristine, is the on and off the court, the business aspect that he also brings to the game. An
Billionaires.
active $1 billion player, billionaires, bro. You know what I mean? Like, look at that deal Curry just got now with like big money, money. You know,
It talks.
so money
Alright.
talks.
Money talks. All right, let's move on. Last one. Okay. Let's talk about free agency. First, let's change the sport real quick. What you guys think about the trade with AJ Brown to the Patriots from the Eagles?
I think that
Eagles fan here, by the way.
same.
I'm okay with it. I feel like if there was problems in the locker room happening, it was okay to get rid of that cancer.
Mm-hmm.
So I think
Especially from what we've heard, the whole issue was with him and Jalen Hurts. Like I
Crazy.
feel like if that's the truth behind the whole thing, it's like, bro, we need to get rid of this distraction. Like that's a distraction at this point. You get what I'm saying? So I'm okay with AJ being gone. I feel like the Eagles. I feel like Howie has made moves before making this trade that significantly replaces him already.
Is Dante Smith going to be that guy?
Smitty,
Yeah,
Smitty's,
they already put him as
Smitty's a clear
He
one.
was already the guy last
He's a
season,
one.
bro.
He's a one.
He was already the last guy. He was already that guy last
And
season.
he's put
The
on
year
what looks like
before-
Devontae's their
10 pounds.
one. Their two is Mekhi Lemon, and then they signed a whole bunch of free agent
They got
wide
the dude
receivers.
from they got the
Wicks.
dude from the Redskins.
Wicks.
Yeah, Wicks. So
Mhm.
I feel like Howie has made some moves that replaces AJ very well.
I'm curious
it's
because
still not
Stephon Diggs
done
is
yet.
still out there.
He's still out there.
George, didn't you send Tyreek Hill? There was
Tyreek.
rumors about Tyreek
Tyreek
Hill.
Hill.
Supposedly, rumors of Tyreek Hill. I think that'll be a major game changer.
Well, he's coming off of a
But his
ACL.
situation is going to be
He
very.
still got he still takes up half the
His
field.
scenario is going
No,
to be
for
very
sure.
similar to Debo Samuel's. Right?
Put him in that hybrid
He
position.
had and
let him do a little bit of
and he
everything.
has the ACL injury, so coming off, what does that look like? Is he heavier? Is he as fast? Is he as effective? Does he demand as much respect on the field coming across? Like, there's a lot of factors. But when he's healthy, I'd rather have him on my team than off my team.
Of
Then
course.
off, yeah,
Sure.
1000%.
Now, especially, listen, if he comes with all 10 of his kids, we're increasing ticket sales too, so it's all good. But I do on the AJ Brown side, I was reading something and I agree with it, right? Like, it looks like the Eagles got a 4-year rental. We got it almost damn near exactly what we gave up. We got it back, right? So we got a first, and I think this one was a fifth, if I'm not mistaken, a fifth round draft pick, right? When we got him, we traded a first and a third. So really, let's call it we gave up a fourth rounder.
You gave up,
like that?
yeah, four.
So do I
yeah.
stress it? Not at all.
More or
For
less.
4 years, a Super Bowl, what he had the best years of his career in Philly. I do think I'm coming to see that we didn't get to see all of this diva dramatics. We didn't get to see all this in full plain view with the lights on. And I'm glad we're seeing it now because I'm glad that the cancer would appear to be gone. Honestly, I thought it was the media making things up. And now that I see it, it's like, bro, this guy was just, he was
Yeah.
petty. It was
It
ridiculous.
hurts the culture.
It
It hurts your
sucks.
culture, and it hurts the
And it's
locker
such
room.
a strong culture, bro, because, I mean, some would argue that it was a complete distraction that completely derailed a Super Bowl repeat, in my opinion, right?
Yeah.
Bro, especially those balls that he fucking dropped.
That he
It's
dropped.
easy to
I feel
talk
like
that
he did
talk
that
until
on
you got to
purpose.
catch it, right?
I
And,
feel like he did that shit on purpose.
and then I saw
that
something
motherfucker.
today, and
I
it
think
was
he
just
did.
so petty. He said he walked into the I'll read it to you because I wanted to say this earlier. He walked into the facility, and he signed. Let me see what it says so I don't mess this up, right? He said, it says AJ Brown stopped by the facility last Thursday to say goodbye and signed his picture on the wall with the best to ever play. Always open.
Always open.
Always
Yeah,
open.
dude,
And he signed
that was a
he
shot.
signed,
That was a shot. Dude.
and now
that
it's
was
a
a shot at
forever shot,
Jaden.
right? Because it's always gonna be there. And then I saw,
Yeah, that's some asshole
and
shit,
then it's
bro.
what the crazier part to me is I didn't know this, bro. It is Jalen Hurts. I believe it's his daughter, his son's the godparent,
Godfather. Godparent.
right? He's
yeah.
the godfather of this guy's child, and then he didn't go to AJ's wedding this past weekend.
I don't think he was
This all
invited.
over a side chick. I hope you guys know this.
Over a side chick massage therapist between him and Josh Sweat. Please.
Yeah, it wasn't even Jalen wasn't even involved in the whole scandal.
Even worse, you're mad at your man for not being a snitch and not starting drama in the locker room and focusing on business how it should be. So let me be petty and let me go start problems, bro. You belong with the Patriots, man.
Yeah,
you belong with the Patriots. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm happy
But
for
you
you.
guys,
And
so
he was so petty. He even posted a picture of his childhood self wearing a Patriots jersey.
With the Patriots.
Wait.
I see
But it
that.
was
And
AI.
AI.
It was AI because Nike wasn't sponsoring nothing back then, bro. So please, you
still
making
Reebok.
some shit up to stir the pot and
That's
make it
It's
up.
still
crazy.
Reebok, bro.
And then the
Attention
rug,
is a
and then the
drug,
rug
bro.
that he had, supposedly a rug that he had
Bro.
a long time ago since he moved.
AJ Brown and Kevin Durant belong in the same house.
Just tweeting. Just
tweeting with burners.
shit.
That's it.
So, Angel, since you're a Giants fan, what you think about Odell coming back?
I think, listen, man, our wide receiver room, I want to trust it a little bit more. I just think that I see my boy at the celebrity softball game.
Mm-hmm.
That
It's
was
not
mad.
looking good. And they had to go back to clean it up. You know what I'm saying? And now, with the signings of Juju Smith-Schuster and bringing back Odell, I like the experience in the locker room, but Odell's he's on his last leg, right? You come home, to retire after that. I still would like to see us being young, in terms of the wide receiver position, but I'm looking at our defense to be the real dogs this year. I'm looking at our defense to, you know, with the signings that we had, with who we picked up in the draft, I'm looking at the nucleus of that run that we had as champions from a defensive standpoint. Offensively, yeah, they're good names, they're good weapons there. Scatterbull's coming back off an injury. The biggest thing to me, the two biggest thing to me is being able to protect Dart because he's gonna be able to move around, and then is he gonna be able to protect himself?
I like that kid. He's good.
I like him too, but he's bound to
So white boy with swag in
But
New
he's
York.
gonna
I
get a
like
few concussions playing.
he's
the way
gonna
he
get
plays.
us.
himself.
He's gonna he can win games for us, and he can put us in winning situations. But he can also put us in situations in the long run where we're missing him for weeks at a time because of his style of play.
play.
I
Yeah.
think that
Concussions.
horrible. Having the experience of working with Lamar for X amount of years. I think eventually he's gonna slow him down a little bit, teach him how to stand up a little bit more, and teach him to live for another down. I just think that from an offensive standpoint, from what I saw, right, the Giants, last year, as terrible as we lost a lot of games in the fourth quarter
Yeah.
from a defensive standpoint. So whether that's from the players out on the field or, in my opinion, the coaching behind them to lead to some of these mistakes. You talk about that Denver loss. You talk about so many losses in under, 5 minutes last year that took place. I'm just hoping that our defense is a lot better. And I feel like as long as Jackson Dart isn't careless with himself, he's going to put us in a really good situation to win games. I don't know if Malik Neighbors is even going to be able to start out the season. I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. If they got to go back into your knee, bro, 2 times in less than that's a problem. That's a major
Bro,
problem.
to me,
You know what I
if
mean?
the
So
Giants hold him out for the whole year and get him healthy, that'd be the smartest play.
it would be, but I just don't know. You know,
Can't
the
afford to do that, though.
wide receiver thing. The divaness. They want to be out on that field. They want to compete, but it's just like at this level in the NFL, if you're not ready to go 100 miles per hour every down, how valuable are you?
Yeah.
Real quick, I want to speak on wide receivers. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah, I mean,
You
I was
make an
gonna say,
attempt
I was
for
gonna say,
Justin.
I was gonna ask you, like, yo, E, what you think about those? Because I know the Jets haven't made any moves or anything.
Oh
Like,
no,
so
the
I was
Jets.
just gonna ask what you think
We
about.
we don't do
them.
shit. We just
The Jets have now.
think about the past.
The Jets just announced they'd be moving to college football. They're gonna play in the ACC.
Probably still lose over there too.
They'll join the Big
We're,
East.
we're years away from being relevant. But Justin Jefferson, because I know you could tell with all that situation in Minnesota that he's unhappy. Would you make an attempt to go get him
Yes.
and bring him to New York? As a Giant
Yes.
fan,
Yes.
Jeffries?
Justin-
Oh, they should.
But what?
Justin
But
Jefferson.
what could you give up to get him?
What do we have to give up?
The only person that can make it happen is Howie, baby.
That's right.
Howie's the
That's
only
right.
guy that can make it happen, puppy.
That's right.
Howie.
that
And how
situation
we
over there
trust.
with Kyler Murray, everybody knows November comes around, Call of Duty comes out, he's gone. This kid, their quarterback last year, he ain't shit. I don't believe in number 9. He's unhappy. Or there's Jamar Chase. Like, do you make that move to better your wide receiver room and go after one of those guys?
The Giants ain't got nobody to give up, bro.
I mean,
Yeah.
right now the only Giants player worth a damn, and I know that they're trying to trade him, is Thibodeau.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could.
Other than that, and it's still not enough. It's not big enough
And
of a
it's not
ticket to
enough.
give it.
Straight up, that's not
It's
gonna
not
happen.
enough.
You're talking about
No, not straight
you're
up.
talking
Like,
about
obviously throwing
Thibodeau
some picks.
plus a couple first rounders. Okay, cool.
You have to sweeten the deal. You got to throw in some stuff in there in order to make that
And there's
happen.
too many teams with
And
better packages.
unless it's a situation where Jefferson is like really trying to force it, and then he puts Minnesota on that back burner, you gotta give up more than Thibodeau
Man, if I'm
to get
Jefferson,
to get Jefferson.
he should start reading a book on the sideline. He should start some shit in the tabloids. He
Worked
should.
for AJ.
It worked for
Get a
AJ.
side
It
chick.
worked for AJ, right? Fuck the massage therapist. Like,
Get a-
get into a scuffle with your QB1. All things that work, right? All things that work.
just
Yeah.
listen.
Well,
He could do it. He could make that
That's
happen.
it.
I believe in him.
so I was gonna go into another list of things, but we could leave that one for the next one. So
I'm actually going to
Yes,
throw
sir.
out
That
one more guy.
concludes-
I'm actually going to throw out one more guy. I want to see what you guys think. Actually, 2 more guys.
all
What
right.
do you guys think of the whole? Would you take Brandon Ayuk right now? And where
He's a nut.
and where
bro.
do you think the Saints go with Kamara from here?
Kamara's gone.
Kamara's gone,
2.
and Ayuk. They
I mean, he
both going to the
implicated
same.
himself. This
They
man
both
recorded
going to the
himself
same
speeding.
institution.
I don't know, man.
Ayuk and
That's the-
John
that's the
Moran's
dude
friends all belong together.
That's the dude. That's the dude that's talking religious stuff, right, on social media.
Brandon
Is
Ayuk.
that
No,
him?
he's the one. He's
That's
the one
Jaden
recording
Ivey.
his sports car going 100 plus, and then he got he got arrested.
In front of
He
the
hit the stadium.
stadium.
Oh.
Because there's a player. I forgot who he. Oh, he was a basketball player. He played for
Jaden Ivey, yeah.
Pistons.
Ivy,
Yeah, he was
from
right.
Detroit.
He was right about the Pistons. Look at them.
Yeah.
But-
All right, okay, cool.
Kamara is interesting because he can still
He could still go.
He's nasty.
productive. Like, he
Hey,
can still give you. You don't need
listen.
him to be him from when he was in his prime, but he can still.
Listen,
he's
the
still
Chiefs,
serviceable.
the Chiefs,
Bro, that dude's still playing
the
great.
Chiefs. You never know what the Chiefs pull off, man. They love giving guys second and third chances. So
The thing is,
Was
they
it Kareem
they
Hunt?
have Pacheco. They have Pacheco. I don't see him going there.
Nah, Pacheco, he went to the Lions. Yeah, they have Kenneth Walker Jr.
they have Kenneth
Yeah, that's
Walker.
right. From Seattle.
Yeah.
He won the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm.
Yes,
But they always use
we'll
two
see,
running
bro.
backs.
We'll
They
see.
always use 2 running backs. That'll make them very dangerous.
We'll see.
Well, if you want to
Yeah.
end your career, come to the Jets.
That's a great selling point.
Yeah.
We have
So-
nice houses. We have really great neighborhoods. And this is where you're gonna die. Awesome.
All right,
And we'll
fellas. So
pay.
that concludes our episode for today. See you guys next week.
You already know, my brother. Have a good one out there, man. Go surfing. Do all that WPS
Let's
shit.
go Knicks. Knicks in 5. Dare I say Knicks in
I
5?
had to change it up, man. This boy's gonna
I
keep
still
add,
got Knicks in
every
4.
game. He's gonna add 1 until we get to Spurs in 7. I get it.
I still
Get
got
it,
I
man.
still
I
got
get
the
it.
Knicks. I still got the Knicks in 4.
That can't happen, man. That can't happen. We need Knicks will bounce back.
boy's
Man. I'm
loyal
very
to a
confident tomorrow's gonna be a great.
All right, so hold
day
on.
for New York.
What's your prediction for tomorrow? Score.
Uh,
I got 111. I got 111, 104. Knicks.
110, 102.
I'm gonna
Knicks.
go 107-98. These have been they haven't been high scoring games.
Nah, they've been close too.
Check it.
They breaking 100 though.
98,
Oh, the Knicks are. But I don't
98.
think the Spurs.
98, 99.
Let me guess. Spurs.
Tight
right?
game.
This motherfucker.
Tight game in the Garden. Telling you. If this shit happens, yo, better draft picks.
Yeah, you
all
got
that,
you got the
DraftKings,
script or
all that
something. You got
stuff.
the script. You got the
For real,
script or some
right?
shit. Because
98,
These
99.
parlays on your
you
hand.
called 115 yesterday before the game even started.
And I called 30
and Wemby
and
plus.
30 plus 30. Yep.
Yeah.
But I think
Now Brunson's dropping 40 tomorrow. Brunson's gonna go nuts tomorrow.
the thing is this.
Nah, he can't. He can't. He can't.
Yesterday,
We need Cat back at that point forward position. We need Cat with at least, Cat needs a nice little double with like 7-8 assists. OG needs a 15+ point game.
Hell,
Bridges needs a 12+ point game. We need
but
Hart
what
a
what
solid
kept you
12.
in yesterday was Hart.
That's what I'm
Even-
saying. We need
even
Hart
the
a solid
And
12.
that's like a
We need
solar
Hart.
eclipse.
Matter of fact, hey dog, don't be surprised if Josh Hart flirts with a triple-double tomorrow.
Mm.
Don't be
Corazon.
surprised.
Corazon
Don't be-
for
Vamos a ver.
3.
My guy.
Corazon, bro. He should get a jersey like that for Latin night. You know when they do Latin night in the NBA, his last name should be Corazon.
Well, his shit's not even spelled Hart correctly, bro. What the fuck we talking about?
How he has it spelled?
HART.
H-A-R-T?
H-A-R-T.
It's because Raul,
Kevin
bro,
Hart.
it's because you're Dominican, right? That's what it is. You don't understand the
Oh.
changes.
Well,
Yo,
Yo,
Raul, give
I
us
know how
the
to
sponsor
spell
one
Hart.
more
I know how to
time.
spell Hart.
Yo, Raul, give us the sponsor one more time before we get up out of here, bro.
Listen,
We sponsored by who?
voila.
We don't even got no
If you
more
ever-
Walla.
Voila.
if you ever in DR and you thirsty, get yourself a Walla.
I need those chips from DR, man. What's those?
It's a bottle of Walla. Yo,
Gualitos,
man,
is it called?
man.
Gualitas.
Peace out,
Yeah,
y'all.
those are
I
crack,
see you,
bro.
man.
All right, fellas.
Have
Enjoy
fun in Hawaii, man.
Hawaii, George. Enjoy Hawaii.
Appreciate it, man.